Hi there, welcome back to the Nomadic Budgeter. On this channel, we're using zero-based budgeting as well as cash envelopes to fund some pretty big adventures on a variable income. If you're new to my channel, my name is Christine. I'm a seasonal worker. That means I only work between 8 and 7 months out of the year. And in between, I have to fund my travel and my lifestyle with the money that I earn while I am working. In today's video, we are going to reconcile my expenses from this previous week, and I'm gonna have to get kind of creative with some math. There are some things in here, some expenses that I was shocked by, that I felt like I had been irresponsible for not canceling and things like that, but that's why we're doing this. This is a journey. I'm learning, and I'm gonna correct these mistakes so I don't continue to make them moving forward. This is what's great about the system that I'm using, is that I'm really digging down, analyzing my finances, analyzing every dollar I spend, and it's motivating me to try to earn more and just really be responsible with what I do bring in. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I am going to pull out some denominations for change should we need them. So I'm going to start with 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, $40 in change to use. And I'm so sorry if you can hear my washing machine going in the background, but this is the only chance I had to get this done. So we are just gonna have to ignore that. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're starting with $40. This money right here, 50, 70, 80, 85, 90, and 92. This is my wallet money. So we're gonna be dipping into this a little bit, and I'm just gonna set this back here so that we can pull from that, since I don't keep that in any of my binders or my envelopes. So I've written out all of the expenses. I went through my bank account every time I swiped my card, every time a bill came out. This is what I'm accounting for. I'm not hiding anything. This is everything. So the first thing we're going to start with is Walmart. I spent $64.24. I broke that out. I looked at the receipt and found some interesting patterns. So for actual groceries, actual food, $43 was spent in groceries, but only $16 of that was actual food. $27 of that was spent on drinks. None of those drinks were alcoholic beverages. No judgment if that is what you're doing, but I just wanted to be clear that the $27 I'm spending on drinks is like energy drinks, it's water enhancer, LaCroix, and oat milk for my coffees. So all of that added up to $27. I did not budget anything for drinks this week because I thought I was set. So that was just kind of an interesting spending pattern that I noticed for myself, is that I definitely spend a lot of money on beverages. And so it's something I want to keep an eye on, and I might try to like cap and put a budget on that exact number sometime as I've established like what my patterns are, and try to like reduce that incrementally if possible. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to track it to gather the data that I need in order to make any changes. So we are going to pull all of this out of my groceries, which is part of this money here. So we're going to pull out $43. So I already see that I need to make change. I'm gonna put in the 50 and give myself 7 back for that. Okay. So that takes care of groceries. Now in that Walmart purchase, I also bought some things that come out of my provisions category. Provisions are like shampoo, feminine hygiene, protein powders, like anything like that that's a bit more pricey. And I spent I was charged $22 for this, but before this video, I did go through my receipt and I kind of broke things out into categories. And while I was doing that, I noticed that I was charged $6.98 for something that I definitely should have been charged under $3 for. So I don't know that Walmart will do anything for me on that, but I am gonna bring back the receipt to them and just see if they'll make that adjustment or just give me the rest of the product, because basically what I bought was flushable wipes, and I just bought like one single pack of them, which was 48, but I was charged for anyway, somewhere in here, 240. I was charged $6.98. So I want to try to get that money back. But if I wasn't doing this kind of budgeting, I would have never noticed that. So, I don't know, just something worth mentioning. But for the meantime, I am going to take out $22 out of my provisions, because that money is gone from my account. So we're going to go 25 and give myself $3 back. And I'm not going to do the trackers right now, actually. We will wait on that. Okay. So that takes care of that bit. Oops. Okay, eating out is wallet money, and I budgeted 15 for the week. I spent 11. So we'll go ahead and take the 11 out here. Done. Okay. Spending. I was not planning on doing any spending this week, so I am going to pull from the $7 I did set aside for spending, as well as 2 of my envelopes, because I bought a stamp, so that'll come out of hobbies, and I bought some mugs, and that was $18, so that'll come out of comfort and spending, which is a total of just under $29. And I'm just rounding up towards the 29 here. So for hobbies, that is in this binder here. And what did I say? I was pulling out 11. Okay, here's 15. So that'll give me 12, 13, 14, 15. And so I have 25, 6, 7, 8, $29 now in hobbies. And also comforts, I was pulling 11 as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And I have 15 in here, so I'll give myself $4 back on comforts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now that's all I have. Okay, and then the the $7 from spending will just come out of here because it was wallet money. So 1, 2, and 5. So 5, 6, 7, and that takes care of my Amazon purchases. Okay. This is the part that's frustrating, but lesson learned. So subscription renewals, unplanned. These are not things that I currently set aside bills for. It totaled to $49 between an old Wix renewal for a website I do not use anymore and didn't realize that I was still going to be charged for on an annual basis. And then $24 for Resume Nerd, which is a subscription service to help make resumes. And that one was also taken from my account. So the two of them equal to, like I said, the $49. Now I did actually cancel my Paramount subscription last month. I wasn't sure when it was going to take effect, but it has not come out of my account. So I have $6 here that I set aside for Paramount that is not going to be charged to me. So I'm going to subtract that, which means that $43 still needs to be accounted for someplace, and unfortunately that's just gonna have to come out of emergency, you know, and I don't want to have to touch my emergency fund unless it's an actual emergency, but I just can't figure out any other place for this to come out of, so we're just gonna do that. So we need to take 43. Well, got what I wanted to do. Okay, we're just gonna put this back in here for a moment because if I still have money left over in my weekly spending, which I do, I want to take from that first. I also had $19 in tax prep, so we're going to do the 43 because we're at 49 here, but I took $6 out of Paramount, which brings us to 43, but I'm going to add in $19 for tax prep, which I did not budget for. So we have $62 that potentially would need to come out of my emergency fund to cover those two things. However, I do have money left here from weekly spending that I'm not going to spend. Some of that was grocery money left over, and then I think a bulk of it is gas money where I just didn't need to put money in my gas tank, and I will be fine until payday. So this is $25.31. So great, that splits what I have to take out of my emergency fund in half, and it just means no more spending until payday. And I feel like I said that last week too. So we're gonna take $31 out of emergency fund to cover these unaccounted for expenses. That's just so annoying to just feel like I just lost money on nothing. And like I'm gonna try to see if I can just cancel it now and get a refund, but I usually don't have success when I've done stuff like this because with different applications and stuff like that, I've definitely had this happen before. So it's annoying, and you'd think I had learned my lesson by now, but just haven't been keeping close enough eye on my finances, I suppose. So we have 31 out of emergency. We'll get there. Just got to keep going. Okay. Subscription renewal, tax prep, that's accounted for now. And then bills, Verizon and Apple were taken out of my account. I had accounted for those. Let's see, Verizon is 20, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. Yeah, it was $55.83 or something like that. So we just go with 56. Okay. And then Apple is $9.99. $10 was taken out. Okay, sorry you got moved a little bit because the tripod started to fall. We just love it when that happens. But we took $10 out of Apple. I actually didn't realize that I had $17 in there. So I was a little bit ahead on that one. But anyway, we are now done with bills. So I'm going to add up all of this, and everything I have here should be that plus the $40 that I had set aside for change. So we're rounding this to 65, 11, 29, 49, 19, 56, and 10 is 239 plus the 40 that we had set aside. So I should have $279 here. So 20, 40, 60, 81. Let's go. Minus 50. 20, 40, 60, 81 minus 100. 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. And I should have 14 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, that is right. So it was, what did I say, $239 in spending this week. Oh man, considering like this I needed to spend. I got what I needed out of that, but I should have planned for that amount. But this, almost $50 of my spending. Oh well, moving on. It's done. I'm gonna try to get $6 back, or not $6, but like $4 back from Walmart here, and I'm gonna put in a petition for these guys and see if anything can happen for me there. But otherwise, the money is gone, and we're just moving on to next week. So my next video should be out in a couple of days. It's either going to be stuffing my month ahead binder or planning my last paycheck of February. So stay tuned for that. If you are enjoying this kind of content, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to follow along on the journey where we are learning from our mistakes and doing better moving forward. So I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.